Once upon a time, high above the fluffy white clouds, higher than the aeroplanes fly and higher than the birds can soar, there was a secret place called the Cloud Kingdom. In this kingdom, the clouds were as soft as candy floss, and the breezes were as gentle as a mother's lullaby. The most important resident of this kingdom was Mr. Soul. Mr. Soul was the giant, golden, warm-hearted sun. His job was to wake up every morning, warm the flowers on earth, and say, "Good morning," to all the children. But Mr. Soul's favorite time was the afternoon, when his work was done and it was time to play. Mr. Soul's best friends were 4 adorable unicorns who lived on the clouds. Each unicorn was a different color, and they all sparkled brightly. Poppy, a bright red unicorn, the color of strawberries, who could run very fast. Honey, a golden yellow unicorn, just like Mr. Soul, who was always happy. Bluebell, a sky blue unicorn, who was calm and a little bit shy. Lavender, a purple unicorn, who was mysterious and loved to hide. One afternoon, while shining brightly in the middle of the sky, Mr. Soul called down, "Hello, my little friends. The weather is splendid today. Who wants to play cloud hide-and-seek?" The unicorns tapped their colorful hooves on the clouds and neighed with joy. Clip-clop, clip-clop. Poppy laughed, "I'm in, Mr. Soul. But it's very hard to hide from you because you can see everything." Mr. Soul used his rays-like hands to cover his big, bright face. He pulled a giant, white puffy cloud in front of his eyes. "I promise I won't peek," said Mr. Soul. "I am counting to 10. Off you go. The game begins. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Soul squeezed his eyes shut tight behind the puffy cloud and began to count in his booming voice. 2, 3. At that moment, a great rush began in the sky. Poppy ran right, Bluebell glided left. Honey spun around in circles, and Lavender ran to the furthest corner. The sound of unicorn wings mixed with the wind, whoosh, whoosh. 8, 9, and 10. Ready or not, here I come. Mr. Soul gently pushed the puffy cloud aside. The sky looked completely empty. Just white clouds and endless blue space. Said Mr. Soul, spreading his warm light around. "Let's see where my colorful friends have hidden." First, Mr. Soul looked down towards the earth. He saw a giant red kite flying over a park. Next to it, a red balloon was floating. "Oh, what a lovely balloon," thought Mr. Soul. But then he noticed something. This balloon had a tail. And the tail was wagging happily. Mr. Soul chuckled and gently reached out one of his rays to tickle the balloon. Poppy jumped out from behind the red balloon. "Oh no," giggled Poppy. "How did you find me, Mr. Soul? I looked just like a red balloon." Mr. Soul said, "No balloon sparkles quite like you, Poppy. I found you." Mr. Soul had found one friend, but the others were still missing. It was Bluebell's turn. Finding Bluebell was always tricky because she was bright blue, just like the sky. Mr. Soul looked right, blue, He looked left. Blue. Bluebell, where are you? Called Mr. Saul. Just then, a flock of migrating birds flew past. Behind the birds, there was a strange cloud shape. This cloud was shaped like a horse, but it wasn't white, it was slightly blue. Mr. Saul squinted his eyes. He looked carefully. On that bluish cloud, two sparkling eyes were looking back at him. Gotcha! Shouted Mr. Saul. Bluebell stepped out from behind the flock of birds. She smiled shyly. I almost made it, Mr. Saul. I tried to become one with the sky. That was a brilliant hiding spot, Bluebell. Blue really is your color, said Mr. Saul. Two unicorns were left, Honey and Lavender. Mr. Saul looked around, but he couldn't see a yellow sparkle anywhere. Honey was very clever. Since she was yellow, she loved to hide inside Mr. Saul's own light. While thinking, I wonder where Honey is, Mr. Saul looked down at a lake, a reflection of the sea on earth. He saw his own reflection. A round, yellow, shining face. But wait a second. There was something odd about Mr. Saul's reflection. Usually, Mr. Saul's rays were wavy. But in the reflection, on top of his head, there were two extra ears and a horn. Mr. Saul burst out laughing. Hey! I don't have a horn. He looked right on top of his own head. It turned out Honey was hiding right there, behind his brightest ray, giggling quietly. Oh, fiddlesticks, said Honey, revealing herself. I thought you wouldn't see me in your own light. Reflections never lie, Honey, said Mr. Saul, tagging her too. Only Lavender was left. But the game had gone on for a long time, and it was getting late. Mr. Saul was starting to get tired, and his color was turning from bright yellow to a soft orange. Evening was coming. Lavender, called Mr. Saul. Come out, I can't find you. I give up. But there was no sound. The sky was slowly darkening, and the clouds were turning grey. Mr. Saul moved towards the west, towards the horizon. Just as he was about to say, I think Lavender wins, he saw a purple glimmer amongst the thick, dark clouds on the horizon. This glimmer was twinkling like the first star of the evening. Mr. Saul gathered his last bit of strength and sent a soft, orange beam towards that cloud. When the light hit the cloud, Lavender stepped out. Lavender's purple coat blended so beautifully with the twilight dusk. You found me, Mr. Saul, said Lavender. But the sun was almost about to set. Mr. Saul smiled. You are the champion of hide-and-seek, Lavender. It takes courage to hide in the dark. The grand finale, the Rainbow Bridge. All the unicorns, Poppy, Honey, Bluebell, and Lavender, and Mr. Saul gathered together again. That was a splendid game, my friends. But now, bedtime is approaching. I must set, and the moon will take over the shift, said Mr. Saul. The unicorns were a bit sad. Don't go, Mr. Saul, let's play a bit more. Mr. Saul gave them an idea. I can't stay, but before I go, we can leave a gift for the world below. Come on, line up side by side. Poppy, red, honey, yellow, bluebell, blue, and lavender, purple, stood in a row. Mr. Sol reflected his last rays onto them, right into their hearts. The unicorns' coats began to glow. Then, the four friends started to gallop across the sky with all their might. Clip, clop, clip, clop. As they ran, they left colorful trails behind them. Red, yellow, blue, purple. These trails mixed together, grew bigger and bigger, and created a massive, magnificent rainbow stretching from one end of the sky to the other. Down in the world below, children looking out of their windows saw this sight. Look, Mummy! A rainbow, they shouted. Nobody knew that the rainbow was actually the footprints of the playing unicorns. Mr. Sol slowly glided under this colorful bridge and disappeared over the horizon. Good night, my friends. Good night, Mr. Sol, neighed the unicorns. The sky turned a deep navy blue. The stars lit up one by one, twinkle, twinkle. Poppy, honey, bluebell, and lavender curled up on the softest clouds on top of the rainbow. They had run a lot, hidden a lot, and had so much fun. Now, in the silence of the sky, they fell fast asleep until Mr. Sol came to wake them up the next morning. If you ever see a rainbow in the sky, look closely. Maybe you can see the joyful footprints of Poppy, honey, bluebell, and lavender playing hide and seek. The end.